Hello, everybody. We're going to go over the word cold fish. A cold fish is a person who appears to be very unemotional. They could have just a poker face. There's no expression. It's like they're like a robot of some sort. So yes, it's a very unemotional person that can come across as being very cold or very aloof, just not very friendly. So yes, that is a cold fish, just an expressionless, emotionless person. So we're gonna go ahead and go over a few sentences. Now let's say that I think that you are rather unemotional and expressionless. You've always got a poker face on. In that case, I would say you're a cold fish. You're a cold fish. Now, if I can also add emphasis, you're a bit of a cold fish. You're a bit of a cold fish, which is going to mean that you are, like a little bit of a cold fish, but not all the time. Now, if I say you're a real cold fish, if I add that kind of emphasis, then that means it's just all the time. You're expressionless and emotionless. You always appear to be very intense. So yeah, that's when I would say you're a real cold fish. Um, Now I can also refer to, like a third person pronoun. So if there's a girl that I know who's kind of expressionless and just doesn't have any emotion, I'd say she's a bit of a cold fish. Or if there's a guy that I know, I'd say he's a bit of a cold fish. Now we can also start our sentences with a possessive, such as, I'm just going to stick with my. So let's say my best friend. My best friend is a very emotionless person. I would say my best friend's a cold fish. If I add emphasis, maybe he is sometimes, then I would say my best friend's a bit of a cold fish or sort of a cold fish. You can use sort of as well. If he's just expressionless all the time, he just seems very cold and very intense constantly, then I would say my best friend's a real cold fish. Maybe maybe I've met your boyfriend, and your boyfriend comes across as being rather aloof or emotionless, and I would say, your boyfriend's a real cold fish, or your boyfriend's sort of a cold fish if he just seems like it, some of the time. So those are a few of the sentences in which you can use cold fish, which means to describe a person who just has no emotion in their face. They're just like a robot or a machine. Um, so yeah, that's cold fish. And that concludes this lesson, and thank you very much for following along.